Hey everyone, this is Benjamin here from the African Geek, and you are welcome to this fantastic tutorial inside of Canva. Today we are going to be designing an infographic in Canva, and just in case you're wondering what is an infographic is a graphical representation of information so that it can be understood easily when seen at the first glance. Okay, so that's what an infographic is. So today we are going to be designing what you see on my screen right now, and it's going to be a very short and quick tutorial. Okay, but you would also learn every single thing you need to know about creating infographics. So if this is something you really want to create in Canva, then hold on and we will be right back after the intro. Okay, so we are back in Canva, and I was just deleting something, don't mind me. So before we get started, you can click on create a design and you choose any dimension of your choice. Okay, so this would be very good if you are designing, let's say, a presentation. Yes, okay, you can have infographics so that you do not only have a lot of text in your infographic, because now people really don't read that much. Most people. Okay, yeah, I'm not saying there are no readers in the world right now, but looking at the ratio. Okay, yeah, so I already have my 1080 by 1350 opened at the moment, and what I'm going to do is I click on this beautiful circle over here. Okay, and I change the color to this gray we can see. Then I duplicate the circle, so I click on the duplicate icon over here and reduce the size, something like this. You can't see it right now because it's the same color. So to see it, I change the color to white. Okay, then I reduce the size more and position it to the center, something like this. Okay, so this is what we have at the moment, and it's looking blank, empty, and just that's just a skeleton. Okay, yeah, so the next thing we're going to do is to come here. Okay, you can see I search for semicircle or semicircle, or however you want to call it. Yes, okay, so now we just have to scroll through. Okay, and there are various styles we have over here, but what I'm going to look for is this. You should find something like this, and it's free, so it doesn't matter if you're using the free or pro version of Canva. Then we position it here and resize it for it to fit perfectly, okay, on our circle. Then right click and send it backward, so you should have something like this. You understand? Okay, so if you have this, then you can select all like I've done and duplicate. Then you move it to the bottom, okay, and select your semicircle or semicircle, rotate it to negative 180 degrees, okay, and position it here, yes, here. Okay, so you can see this shape over here. Okay, the first circle we added, which is the gray one, so right click on it and send it backward. Okay, so you should have some cool thing like this. Then we can move it just to close up every cap, so you can see how it's looking, how the gradient is looking beautiful. So you can use the gradient style. Okay, so we can maybe even change it to any color we want. We can use let's say we want to use okay, I'll come here and maybe start from red. Okay, so from red to yellow. Okay, so this is the red and the yellow. I come here and choose maybe my yellow. Okay, then over here starting from the yellow, so you select the yellow and choose the same yellow you used, and when you come to the purple or the pink over here, we use the red, so that it still flows like that. Okay, or what you can do is you can have it with solid colors. So I can just make this all red. Then with the yellow I make a yellow. Okay, so you can also have something like this, very cool, very interesting. Okay, but this is the trick that a lot of people be wondering, hey, how did you do this in Canva? That's the trick. Okay, so we are not done yet. The next thing I'm going to do is to come into my applets, and I have this circle I have over here, and I actually had to make it in Canva. So there's a link in the description that will take you to a Google Drive. Okay, a Google Drive that you'd find all the elements I'm using. So select this, and what we're going to do is to adjust it and make it look like a shadow. So come to adjustment and increase the blurriness of it. So you can increase it to something like 40. Then come into transparency and decrease it by 50, or you can even go more to 40, or even you can go to 30. Okay, so I think 30 is looking very sweet. Okay, so we adjust the size of it, bring it here, make sure you're centering it, and position backward. Okay, it's still not going to the back, so I'll use my control and the square bracket to send it back. Okay, yeah, so this is what we have at the moment. And to make things easier on our side, I'll select the shadow and select this I was about to say square. Is this a square? Okay, a circle, and I group them. Okay, and maybe I can just take this one off, select this, and I can just position it here. So we have something like this. You can see. So you select all and you reduce the size, okay, because this is not the end of it, and I can position to the center. And with this you can make as long as, if you want to make a long chain, you can do, you can just do it in Canva. Okay, so I'll just delete this for now. Okay, I'm just delete this and we'll stick to this particular style. So we come into text. Okay, and with the text, what we can do, let's say we wanted to have steps. Okay, so maybe step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5, step 6, step 7, step 8. Okay, so before we even add the text, we add a line first. Okay, so press L on your keyboard to line, and I can resize this. So you can hold shift to resize it perfectly. Okay, so what we can do here is we can I think we'd have to make this smaller. Yeah, like this, and we'd also have to center it. Nice one. Okay, and this is off here, so then we send it, we click and send it backward. Oh, what was I doing? I was rather moving it. Okay, so I position it here and send it backward. So we have something like this. Okay, so if this would be nice if you use how is it called? If you use a solid color. Okay, so you can just, let me just use the solid color, because with these lines I want these lines to match the solid colors. Okay, so I can choose red, and I can also come to the yellow and change the red to yellow. Okay, and maybe let me just add a third one. So I bring it to the bottom over here. Okay, and with this shape over here, I rotate it to something like this, 0 degrees. Okay, and position it here. Then I select this shape and send it backward. Okay, and this would maybe go to blue or something. Okay, yeah, so we can use blue for this tutorial. So you can use any color. You can use any color at all you want to use inside of Canva. Okay, so select this and move it down. Awesome. Okay, so with what I was saying, so with this line, I would move the line to the back so that it looks like this, and I can change the color to red also. Okay, and I'll reduce this thing over here. Then what I am going to do is to add some text, but before I add the text again, I'll just send this to back. Okay, I send it to the back and I change the color to yellow. Okay, and I duplicate again, bring it here. Okay, and send it to the back and change the color to blue. Okay, so we have this thing over here. Then what we are going to do is to add some icons. Okay, we'll add some icons. So to add the icons, we would first of all add another we would add another circle. So I just select this circle over here and I'll position it here. Okay, so that it will look like it's on top of the line, or it's a part of the line, some style. Or you can just keep it this way, but if you want to make it look creative a little bit, you can just do it like this. Okay, let me zoom in so that I can do this perfectly, so that you can also see it perfectly. So I'll shift it and we have something like this. Now reduce the size and position it here. Okay, then what we can do is to come here. So let's say I wanted this to be like visual. Okay, so I can just use an eye. Okay, so we have these eyes over here. Select, reduce the size and position this here, make it bigger. Okay, so we can make this white. Okay, then I select, duplicate, position it here. I'll change the color of this to red. Okay, so that we have something like this, and I'll delete this. Now change this to maybe a magnifying glass. Okay, so I reduce my magnifying glass and position it here. Select the color and change it to white. Okay, and with the blue we are going to do the same thing. So duplicate, position it here, change this to blue. Okay, to the blue we use, and we're going to do the same. Delete this, and you can use, maybe let's say I want to see design, so I can use pencil. No, a chart. How do you call this thing? Let's say system or gear. Yeah, so I'll select this. Okay, then I can change white. Yeah, everything is white. So I reduce the size, something small and cute, and position it here. So you can see we are getting there. So this is how it's looking right now. So now let's go add some text. Okay, so you come to text and add a heading. Then you can say step 1. Step. Okay, and I would want to use leagues pattern for this. Okay, or you can use Montserrat, but I want to use leagues pattern. Or you can use Poppins. It's another nice font I also discovered recently. So yeah, position it here, reduce it smaller, and it can be here. Then I can duplicate, a step, and I can say 0.1. Okay, then increase the size. Okay, so this can be here. I want to center it. Position, center. Okay, position, center. Okay, so this is looking beautiful. So let me just stretch this, and I can come to the spacing, increase the letter spacing if there's a style you want to use. Okay, and you can reduce the size more, and just center it. So we have something like this at the moment. Okay, now send it to the top a little bit. Okay, so we are going to just select all, duplicate, position this here. This will be like step 2. Okay, select this, add this, control, paste, move it down here, and this will be like step 3. Okay, nice. So now we are going to add our text. Okay, so with the text I can just bring this here, and I can, let's say I'll put some I'll put some dummy text over here. Okay, but you can use, it should be based on what you want to use. So I just drag this here, and this is the infographic definition I was searching for earlier. I would search for dummy text. Okay, not dummy, but dummy. Okay, and I would Control C all of this, move it here, and Control V them here. Okay, no, let me just undo. Okay, my step should be here, then Control, yeah, this is what I want to do. Okay, so I'll change this to Montserrat. Okay, I'll go back and choose my Montserrat Classic, and what I can do is come to the spacing, and the letter spacing I make is 0. Okay, so that it doesn't look funny. Okay, so we position it here, and I come to the spacing, I reduce the line height. Okay, and the alignment can go to the right. Okay, so let's say step 1 was do your research. Okay, so we can just adjust this 0, and yes, this is looking very clean. And then maybe reduce the line height by 1.2. Yeah, okay, and position it here. Or what we can even do, even with this, we can pull all of this, okay, here somewhere, have your text here, hold it this way. Okay, you can have it like this, which I think is also cool. Yeah, very cool, very cool. So you can, so now you have various options you can use. I select all my text, and I'll move it here, and I move, I'll change the alignment, yes, and I drag this here, select this, move it here. Okay, and maybe this one would be I have something here which is saying visualize. Okay, so visualize your data. Okay, not date but data. So we have this one also here like this, and before I even come here and adjust, let me just first make the changes. Okay, I think this is a very cool style. So select this, Control C, move it here. Okay, and maybe this can also be here. Okay, so let me just center it. This one can be here, and you change the dimension, not the dimension but the alignment of this, okay, to the right. So let me zoom out and see. So this is what we have at the moment, and trust me, I really like this style. I think this style is very, very beautiful. Okay, so maybe let's create a section for our title. So I press R on my keyboard for the rectangle, and I can position it here. Okay, and I can send this to the back and send it to the top, and I can also reduce the size, okay, to a very light gray, something like this. Then you can have your title here, so maybe 3 steps to expand your business. So 3 steps to expand your business. Okay, so something like this, but we can and adjust it like this. Awesome. So this is what we have at the moment, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, let me know in the chat, not in the chat but in the comment section, okay? And also, I'll be creating a Facebook group very soon for all Canva users. So if this is something you really want to be a part of, for the community, let me know, okay, in the comment section. Yes. And another thing I just want to say is thank you so much for joining me to this point of the tutorial. The name is Benjamin, and I would personally see you in my next tutorial.